Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mercy, and I'm always here ranting about one thing or another. This time, we are going to have a little conversation about something I want to just believe that is in my imagination, and it's actually not a thing. I'm really, really hoping that this is just something in my imagination. But the more I see, the less I think it is just in my imagination. Um, so I want to talk about the nuclear family. I don't know what's happening. You know, people like to say, people have people say that people are selfish because you don't like to, whenever people are giving examples of why family is important, they always give the example of how the extended family is important, but nobody really cares about the nuclear. I feel like more and more people are not caring about the nuclear family. I think maybe with the rise of divorce rates and breakups, people just don't think a nuclear family is as stable as they just don't think that it's worth investing in. I'm going to give examples, but I just want to make sure that I have actually said what I want to, what I mean. I feel like people are paying more attention to the extended family. When people say about talking about family and family being important, they never mean the person next to them. They always mean the extended family. You get what I mean? So a good example would be somebody would say, I have to pay school fees for my siblings. I have to take care of my mother because she's aging. I have to take care of this and that and all this. But then they draw the line at making sure, but then the wife and the children are not that important because, you know, you always have um, this conversation where somebody gets married and then all of a sudden, because, okay, the way I see it, somebody has a life and your mother and father are important to you and stuff like that. And then you meet somebody and you get together with this somebody. You chose this somebody. You know, your mother and father, you did not have a choice. You just found yourself there, right? So you chose this somebody and then you get into the marriage together. I'm not saying after that you ignore your mother and father and move on with your life. No. But my issue is more and more I'm seeing a tendency where maybe it's always been there. I just didn't have many people in my circle. I think also because of age, more of these things are starting to make more sense to me than before because it's kind of stuff that now people are talking and I'm listening to them and I'm like, do you people listen to yourselves when you talk? Anyway, so I'm beginning to see a trend where you get into the marriage, but you are in there but you expect that it will remain the same, like the same amount of support that you are giving to your family will stay constant. And unless your income has doubled, that kind of does not seem like a realistic expectation. When you were alone, you probably lived in a smaller house, you had less expenses, you had a bit less more flexibility in your finances. You did not have to consult with anybody for your finances. So what I see is then there's this tendency that now people will start blaming either the wife or the husband that, oh, you are the reason why this person is no longer providing for the family without thinking that it does make sense that this person is no longer providing for the extended family because now there's a nuclear family to be thought about because now this person has a wife and kids and stuff like that. And then you start hearing, I see statements like in the Kenyan community on Facebook, sometimes you hear things like, yeah, my brother married a very evil woman and they have children in expensive private schools, and he doesn't even want to pay anything for us. And I'm thinking, but those are his children. The children are actually his responsibility. You are your parents' responsibility. Yes, your parents are older, maybe they cannot take care of you, maybe, you know, the African way now, they are expecting your siblings to take care of you, but you cannot start competing with the children of, it just doesn't make sense. You get what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I've been seeing that comment quite a lot, and in my mind I've been wondering what exactly, I don't know, because sometimes it can be very annoying. Honestly, it really can be very annoying, especially when people um now decide that the other partner, they decide to create an enmity out of it. Now, that wouldn't really bother me because I'm also of the school of, you married your spouse, not there. Well, I mean, the family comes with him, but if you don't really care, then you don't really care. But more and more, I'm seeing that it's one of those, as something I I genuinely saw a thread and I was like, this has to be a joke. Where people were like, yeah, so why would I put my husband as my next of kin? And my question was, you sleep next to this person. Like, you literally fall asleep, close your eyes in the time when you are the most vulnerable. This person is next to you, but you don't trust this person. What kind of people are people getting married to? I do believe in, yes, trust but verify, have a safety net, have plans, have stuff like that. But I just think it's ridiculous that you have decided you're going to exchange fluids with this person, you're going to create human beings with this person, you're going to live with this person, you're going to be in the most vulnerable places, you're going to actually sign a document and sometimes even go in front of a church or a mosque or whatever and swear that you're going to be with this person till death do you part. And yet you cannot trust this person to sign a document when you are in hospital. Your next of kin is your mother. So basically, the hospital has to call your mother or your father to come because your husband cannot even make medical decisions because that's what you decided. Because, yeah, nah, I don't trust this person. Why? Why? I just think it's, many people think that, oh, yeah, because, people divorce, people change, gold diggers and all that. But I'm like, okay, fine, I understand that. But then why don't you choose better? Because honestly, you are saying that you do not trust this person with anything, but yet this is the person that you have chosen that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And and then you wonder why a small problem people are ready to run away. Because to be honest, if that's the kind of mentality that you go into a relationship with, for me, I just think you are in there for the wrong reasons. That's all I'm gonna say.